What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a lot to talk about today. One of the sickest catches of the year happened in the Brewers game. Mike Yastrzemski flew out of nowhere to rob his former teammate. Pete Alonso hit another home run. He's almost at 20 for the season. People would kill to be at 20 home runs for an entire season. He's done that before June. Ty France, he had two massive home runs for the Mariners, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a pretty fun game to watch. And remember, guys, if you're going to any baseball games or concerts, or you just want to see Gus Judge play with Aaron Judge, his dad, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save 20 bucks off. The first game from yesterday, the Rockies and the Marlins. This Elias Diaz guy is no joke. He's playing like the best catcher in baseball. I'm not saying that he is the best catcher, but right now he's hitting .340 with 6 home runs, and he's third in F4 in all of Major League Baseball for catchers, just behind Sean Murphy of the Braves and Jonah Heim of the Rangers. That one tied it at 2 runs apiece, but Colorado, they weren't done yet. McMahon, he doubled home. Randall Grichuk and Moose delivered with a 2-run bloop single. Now, I wasn't a very good pitcher, but if I gave up base hits like that, that would drive me absolutely crazy. Brenton Doyle grabbed an RBI to cap off a 4-run 8th inning, and staying with Brenton Doyle, he almost made an insane catch. He tried his best to rob Jorge Soler. The knee went straight into the wall. He had the ball in his glove, but unfortunately it did pop out. That was a huge home run because it set up a pinch hit opportunity for Garrett Cooper, who delivered again. His 2-run home run off of Pierce Johnson raises Pierce Johnson's ERA to 6.53. Bro has to be taken out of that role. It's time for Daniel Bard to be reinserted and reclaim what is rightfully his. We head to the 9th inning, a bases-loaded opportunity for rookie Ezequiel Tovar. He walks it off. The Rockies win 7-6 over the Marlins. Ooh, one of the best pitching duels of the entire year so far. The Cardinals and the Reds, not the biggest names in the world, but Miles Mikolas and Luke Weaver, they both played pretty big. Luke Weaver, who once upon a time was traded for Paul Goldschmidt, was facing Paul Goldschmidt. He threw a gem, 6 punchies over 6 1/3 scoreless innings. Mikolas, he was better though. 7 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts, both kept their teams in it. The Cardinals could breathe a little bit after Luke Weaver came out the game. They scored on a Nolan Gorman double in the 8th inning, upping his RBI total to 40, one of the few members of the 40 RBI club in baseball right now. He's hitting .297 with 11 home runs. He does have 4 stolen bases for fun. He turned 23 a few weeks ago. This guy is going to be so good for so long. He has a 15-game hitting streak. He came around to score on a pass ball, which ended up being huge because Spencer Steer and the Reds, they tried to make the comeback. They cut it to a 2-1 game. Giovanni Gallegos, he finally settled down. He converted the save. His 5th save of the year, and then Ryan Helsley, their normal closer, has 6 saves. So are they trading back and forth, or is Helsley just taxed? Here we go, the Jays and the Rays. Wander Franco got on for Randy Arozarena, who delivered on a single for his 38th RBI of the season. More on Randy in just a second. Josh Lowe, let it travel, and he does. Such a nice approach from Josh Lowe this year. He's letting everything kind of get deep, and he's trying to drive the ball the other way or up the middle. That double gives him 23 extra base hits with 35 RBIs, 9 stolen bases. Insane stuff. Taylor Walls, he used his speed to wreak havoc on the bases. He stole third and then scored on a scoring error. What? English, Fuzz. He stole third and then scored on a throwing error. It ended up being 5-1 for Zach Eflin. What a weird start. He was very good and efficient. He did go 7 innings, but he didn't strike out a single member of the Blue Jays, so that's something you don't see very often, someone going 7 innings but no punch-outs. There's Randy again with another RBI base hit. He is just 1 RBI now from the 40 RBI club. Vladdy, he came up as the tying run, but he got sawed off by Colin Poche. If you take out that 20-1 box score a few days ago from the Jays offense has been pretty bad lately. They're 2-9 over their last 11 games. Padres and the Nationals. Here we go. The final game of Juan Soto versus his old team. Trent Grisham, that is a name I have not said in quite some time. He belted his 5th home run. He's still hitting just 194, so he's taking his walks. He's getting on base with a .313 on base percentage, but he has to make contact more often. Xander's RBI single brought home Tatis in the 5th, and Rougned Odor has been red hot as of late. That 2-run double put the Padres up by 4. But as you can see, Washington not only tied it up, but they stole the lead after scoring on 7 straight base hits. I think they all came with 2 outs. So Rougned Odor, who came into this one with 6 RBIs over his last 3 games, he saves the Padres late in the 9th inning. San Diego has been struggling all year to make comebacks, but Rougned Odor put the team on his back. You can't do much but tip your cap. He now has 5 extra base hits and 11 RBIs over his last 3 starts. Here we go, the Tigers and the White Sox, the fight for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever these 2 teams are going to finish with. TA7 kickstarted this game with an RBI single to right. Detroit is going to have to dig out of an early hole, and look at who did it. Akil, the bad man, Badu. He's hitting .333 with 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a near 500 on base percentage over his last 7 games. Javi, he's still struggling overall, but he found a hole for 2 more RBIs. He has 25 on the season. Torkelson and Riley Green, they both had RBI singles, but we got to wait to see Riley Green's because Alex Faedo, he was a magician yesterday. 10 strikeouts over 6 innings. He didn't walk anyone either. That is one of the most efficient starts by any starting pitcher this year, no matter what division or league. He can be really nasty. He just has to work on being consistent. There's Riley Green with an RBI, and then Zach Short delivers yet again with a multi-RBI base hit. The Tigers have won 2 in a row. They're still in second place, even though they've been outscored by 40 runs, and I think they're 3 games under 500. The AL Central, I keep on saying this, it's a dumpster fire right now. So here's a crazy stat for you guys. Aaron Boone has been ejected 4 times already this year. I think that he leads all managers in ejections dating back to the last 2 or 3 years. I genuinely think that he just wants to be on camera as often as possible because he said he doesn't want to get tossed at the rate that he is, but then he gets tossed again twice in the last couple games. Clark Schmidt and Kyle Gibson, they were going at it, but Baltimore's offense was just a tiny bit better than the Yankees. Anthony Santander, he singled in 1 in the 5th, and Kyle Gibson got a double play to end the 7th. Again, he's tall, he's crafty, he's not looking to overpower you. Every time he throws a gem, again, it blows my mind, but that is 7 shutout against a Yankees team. He gets his ERA under 4. Austin Hayes, he misses a home run by inches, but that's why they call baseball a game of inches. That 2-run double means he's now hitting 307 with 18 extra base hits and a 131 OPS plus. Oh no. It can't be. Another earned run off of Yennier Cano. He gets the save, but in the last week, he's allowed 2 runs. He upped his ERA to an ugly 0.68. Okay, all jokes aside, he has been absolutely lights out. He walked his first hitter of the entire year. In that game, he walked Aaron Judge. But shout out to Baltimore. They win the series 3-1, and they are 33-17, and they're 172 ever since they called up Adley Rutschman. So he's their MVP. That's the 5th best record in baseball since that point. The Braves and the Phillies, Austin Riley has always raked against Aaron Nola, and things were not going to change in this one. Riley goes 460 feet for a 2-run home run, only to have Alec Bohm answer with a Bohm bomb of his own. Philly went up after a Bryson Stott RBI double when Ozuna, he tied it right back. Atlanta took the lead shortly after, and it's gone. The 2-timer goes lefty-lefty. Harper is hitting 347 with 9 extra base hits, a 170 OPS plus without any spring training. He just showed up, and now he's raking. Baseballs were flying all last night. Nearly every home run was hit 430 plus feet. Austin Riley, good lord. Check Nola's birth certificate because it might show Austin Riley as his father. Kyle Schwarber doubled into Harper in the 7th inning. That ties it up, and Castellanos, he tries to grab the lead, but he got hosed at home plate. That's when Gregory Soto of the Braves, the Phillies, you would think that he would be a member of the Braves considering how much he helped out the opposing team yesterday. He allowed 3 earned runs. The Braves went 8-5. And yeah, Raisel Iglesias now has 4 saves. He's been pretty good. I don't know about pretty good, but he's been better than AJ Minter at the very least. Here we go, the Mets and the Cubs. After Brett Beatty scored the first run of the game on a sac fly, Dansby Swanson matched him with a home run, his 5th of the season. But in steps Brett Beatty later on. He collects his 2nd RBI of the afternoon. Starling Marte then plates Alonso and Beatty, setting up what could be a huge day for the Mets. New York, they did score a few more, but I gotta show this. Seiya Suzuki, he is sneaky fast. He glides over to take a hit away from Brandon Nimmo in the 4th inning. Carlos Carrasco, Cookie, I'm so happy for him. He was great yesterday. He's been lit up all season long. He held the Cubs to just 1 earned run over nearly 7 frames as Pete Alonso, he just keeps doing Pete Alonso things. 19 home runs in a season would be awesome for 99% of humans playing baseball, but 19 home runs before the month of June? He's on pace for 60 right now. Nimmo chipped in with a 2-run triple. He's basically hitting 300 with a near 380 on base percentage. Lindor made it double digits. The Mets, they needed this win, and they needed to win it emphatically, and they did it. 10-1. The Giants and the Brewers, Darren Ruff is facing off against his former team, and he goes yard. Wait. No, he doesn't. His old buddy Mike Yastrzemski robbed him. Darren laughed it off. And when did Julio Teheran get on the Brewers? Anyways, he allowed just 1 run over 5. He struck out 5 as well. He was pretty good. But Michael Conforto, he didn't miss that pitch. He now has 11 home runs after that 430-foot moonshot. He went 4 for 4 on the day. Rookie Casey Schmidt doubled in 2 more to double the lead. It's 4-0 for Patrick Bailey, the rookie catcher, and they get back-to-back RBI doubles from their rookies. The Giants deployed a bullpen game 4 hits, 3 strikeouts. The Giants are now 8-2 over their last 10, and out of nowhere, they're back to 500. They're 25-25. I completely forgot that Seth Brown was back and healthy. I think he's been back for almost a week now. It's really nice to see him hitting bombs again, because if you don't remember, he had 25 last year with a near 120 OPS plus, so that bat is real. Ty France cut the deficit in half with his first home run of the game, and there's the second one. Ty France again. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that was his first multi-home run as a member of the Seattle Mariners. I for sure thought that he did it before. Logan Gilbert, 8 innings. I think at one point he set down 23 of 25 hitters that he faced. He was masterful after giving up that 2-run tater to Seth Brown all the way in the first inning. He struck out 6. The Mariners have a 4-headed monster when you're talking about Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, and Bryce Miller. Even Emerson Hancock can be really good. Seattle, they load the bases in the 8th, and Suarez, he put the controller down and let his opponent do all of the work for him. Paul Sewald, after grabbing the lead, he strikes out 2 more hitters, sending Oakland to 10-42. They're 32 games under 500. I think that's the worst start for any team in over 100 years, or almost 100 years. And then after the game, Robert Manfred did give an update on the A's relocation. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but here he is.
I think they're pretty settled on a site, the MGM site. I think they have an agreement. You know, it's really now a question of getting a finalized financing package that would allow them to build on that site. I think you'd have to ask the mayor of Oakland that. I mean, you know, she said she had cut off negotiations after an announcement was made in Las Vegas. You know, I don't have a crystal ball as to where anything's going. There's not a definitive deal done in Las Vegas, and we'll have to see how that plays out.